In this video, I'll be working on lab number 19 from the Flackbox.com Cisco CCNA lab guide. It's a free download you can get from Flackbox.com. The lab is ACL configuration. So these are access control lists. And it says in this lab, you'll configure standard and extended access control lists. The routers and PCs have been configured with their network addressing settings. And R2 has a static route for the internal 10.0.1.0/24 and 10.0.2.0/24 networks. I'm going to turn on my cursor highlighter right quick because I forgot to do that. And that should take care of that. All right, there we go. Let's get started. Now, I do have my notes with me, so hopefully I'll have a little bit better results than the last video where I had some issues. All right, verify that all PCs have connectivity to each other, to router 1 and to router 2. All right, so we'll start over here on PC 1, and we're going to just start pinging away. And command prompt, and we're going to start by pinging PC 2, so 10.0.1.11. And we have a good response there. I'm going to change the setting on this though. This. No, I mean, I need to do it over here. I need to change the setting on so you can see it better. Let's do, I think it's under font. Let's just make this up one. Make these each 12 as well. Hopefully you can see it on the video a little bit better. All right. That should do it. Okay. So I pinged, let's go back here, desktop, command prompt. So pinging 10.0.1.11, got a good response there. So now we need to ping PC 3, which is over here. So that's, let's ping 10.0.2.10 for PC 3. Which is down here, and our response is good. We got a reply, so that's good. And now we want to ping R1, so let's ping, oops, back here, and let's ping, so that's going to be 10.0.1.1. Got a response. And let's ping router 2 at ping 10.0.0.2. Let's see if we get a response from that one. Might go forward in time on packet tracer, and yes, we got a good response. All right, so number 1 is done. We verified that all pieces have connectivity to each other, to R1 and R2. Scoot this over a little bit. There we go. All right. Configure and apply a numbered standard ACL on router 1, which denies traffic from all hosts in the 10.0.2.0 network subnet, which is down here, 10.0.2.0/24. So deny traffic from all hosts in the 10.0.2.0/24 subnet to R2. All right, so we need a numbered standard ACL on router 1, and we can't configure a standard ACL on this interface because we still need to be able to, it says the PCs in the 10.0.1.0, 10.0.1, that's over here, and 10.0.2.0 subnet. So this PC needs to be able to still communicate with these PCs. So we can't put it on, we can't put the ACL on this interface F01, at least not the standard one they're calling for. So we're going to have to apply on F00, which is here, to take care of stopping traffic from getting to R2. Because you'll always want to use it. You'll want to apply the ACL to the interface closest to the action, so to speak, to the source of the traffic. So yeah, we're going to have to apply an outbound, since it's going this direction toward R2, on F00. So let's do that. And we go to command line. All right. And to do this, we got to go into global configuration mode, so comp T, and we need access list, and we need 1, and we want to deny. So we want to deny the 10.0.2.0 network, and we need the wildcard of 0.0.0.255. So it's saying everything in the 10.0.2 network. We want to deny that, and now we have to apply that to the interface F00. So interface fast Ethernet 00, and we're going to do IP access group 1, and it's out. All right, so configure and apply a numbered standard ACL on router 1, which denies traffic from all hosts in the 10.0.2.0 network to R2. Okay, so that should work because we're denying it at this interface. We're denying any traffic coming this way from going out. So that should work. The PCs in 10.0.1.0 and 10.0.2.0 subnets must maintain connectivity, and they should, because we configured that ACL on this interface over here, but this still has a path. The PCs in the 10.0.1 subnet must maintain connectivity to R2. So these need to maintain connectivity still to R2. Okay, so that should pretty well do that, I would think. So yeah, we did the access list 1, deny, and then we did for the 10.0.2.0 network. Oh wait, we have to allow 10.0.1.0 network. So I need to add something here. So end conf T, and we need to now do access list 1, and this time we want a permit, and we need to permit the 10.0.1.0 subnet with the wildcard of 0.0.0.255. So anything in the 10.0.1 network, and we're going to have to apply that again to the interface. So interface fast Ethernet 0, 0. Do we have to apply that? Yeah, I think so. And that's going to be IP access group 1 out. I think that'll work. So yeah, that last bit should have maintained connectivity to R2. It says test the traffic is secured exactly as required. All right. Verify PC1 and PC2 over here can ping R2. So let's do that. And we will start with PC1, and we want to ping 10.0.0.2. We got a reply. Okay, so PC1 is able to. So we're working on this one. So now let's make sure PC2 can do the same. And again, we're going to ping 10.0.0.2. Oop. 2. And we got a response, so that's good. So we verified PC1 and PC2 can ping R2. We want to verify that PC3 cannot ping R2. Okay, so let's try pinging from PC3 to 10.0.0.2. Yep, that's good. Destination host unreachable. So we confirm PC3 cannot ping R2. Now it's saying PC3 can ping PC1 and PC2. So again, we blocked the traffic basically over here from this subnetwork, but we left the ability to get over there open if we did this right, if I did this right. Ping 10.0.1.10, got a response, all right. And then we're gonna do a ping of 10.0.1.11, and we've got a response, so that's good. All right, moving on to numbered extended ACL. Says configure and apply a numbered extended ACL on R1, which permits Telnet access from PC1 to R2. Telnet to R2 must be denied for all other PCs in the network. So we only want PC1 to be able to Telnet in. All other connectivity must be maintained. Do not change the existing access control list. Telnet access has already been enabled on R2. Here, the password is Flackbox. All right, so to deny, Telnet must be denied for all other PCs. So we want to allow Telnet from PC1 to R2, but deny it for everything else. And this should already be taken care of because this isn't going to be able to Telnet to R2 because we created an ACL blocking at this port. And we need to create an ACL that's going to allow Telnet traffic to R2 from PC1, but at the same time deny, but also deny from PC2. So let's do that. So to do that, we're going to need to go to R1, and we're going to pull this up, and we're going to type end. All right, so let's start with conft and access list 100, and we want to permit TCP from the host 10.0.1.10, oops, 10, which is PC1. Let me open this up a little bit. To host 10.0.0.2, which is here on router 2. And we want it to be for Telnet. Okay, so that's the permitting Telnet from PC1. Now we need to deny Telnet from PC2. So let's do access list 100. And then it's going to be deny because we're denying it. TCP from 10.0.1.0. So we're going to include everything on that network in case they come up and put a new PC in here, because we only want this one to have the ability to Telnet in. So access list 100 deny TCP from 10.0.1.0 network, right? And we need a wildcard of 0.0.0.255, so anything in that network. Going to host 10.0.0.2 that is trying to get in via Telnet, and we're going to block that. So that should deny that. And then we have to configure, trying to remember what they called it. At the end of, there's an implicit deny, I think, at the end of an ACL. That is just there by default. So we have to offset that with access list 100, and we want to permit IP and then any source host. So any and any. Let me go back a second. I want to see this. Permit and then IP any internet. Oh, okay. So it's any internet protocol, right? And we can come from any and any, which is got it. So, yeah, that makes sense. So IP any from any to any. Access list 100 permit IP any. And then we have to apply this to the correct interface. So the correct interface is going to be the one that's closest to the source that you can use. So F10. So let's get over to interface, fast Ethernet. Let me see something. Yes. Make sure I'm in the right place. Interface, fast Ethernet 10. And we want to do IP access group 100. And then I think the command is in, yep, because we're coming this direction. So in. And that should work. And now let's look at show IP. No, not show IP. Show access lists. All right. So we're permitting TCP from host 10.0.1.10, which is this, to 10.0.0.2, which is here. We're permitting Telnet. We're denying 10.0.1.0, so anything else in the network, even something that could in the future get plugged in. We're denying Telnet ability to 10.0.0.2. And then permit IP any is going to allow us to let other kinds of traffic through, though. We're just closing off Telnet right now. Configure and apply a number. Configure and apply a numbered extended ACL on router 1, which permits Telnet access from PC1 to R2. Did that. Telnet to R2 must be denied for all other PCs in the network. Did that. All other connectivity must be maintained, which we did. Do not change the existing ACL. Telnet access has already been enabled on R2. The password is Flackbox. All right. And then test that traffic is secured exactly as required. Use the command telnet 10.0.0.2 from the PCs to test the password Flackbox. Type exit to leave the Telnet session. So we'll start with verify that PC1 can ping and Telnet to R2. So let's start with ping. And the ping will be to 10.0.0.2. Got the ping. And now let's Telnet. Telnet to 10.0.0.2. And the password was Flackbox, I think. Yep. Okay, so we're in. That worked. All right, let's exit out from PC1. And so PC1 was able to ping in Telnet. Now let's check PC2 that it can ping R2 but not Telnet to it. So PC2, we want to be able to ping R2, which it can, but we want to now check to confirm that it can't Telnet to 10.0.0.2. And it's trying. I need to turn off this alarm that's about to come up on my phone, so give me a second while it does that. There we go. All right, connection timed out. Remote host not responding. That's good. That's what we want. PC3 cannot ping or Telnet to R2. Okay, so we can confirm that. And we can do a ping of 10.0.0.2. Destination host unreachable, that's good. And then Telnet 10.0.0.2. And fast forward in time on packet tracer. I can move this over so we can watch that. Ahead 30 seconds, connection timed out, remote host not responding. That's what we want. And then the PCs can all ping each other. So let's start at PC 1 and let's ping PC 2 at 10.0.1.11. Looks good. And then we're going to ping 10.0.2.10. That looks good. Okay, so number 6. How many Telnet packets were permitted by the ACL? All right, so let's see what it registered. And we need to do the, pull that there. Show access lists 100 again. And there was some traffic. So it's saying how many Telnet packets were permitted by the ACL. So this is the permit line, and 27. That's 27 hits, it looks like. And then 12 denies. Okay. All right, moving on to named extended ACL. It says remove the numbered extended ACL you just configured from the interface. Do not delete the ACL. All right, so number 7 is we got to remove what we just did from the interface F0 or F10, because that's where we were, right? Yes, 10. All right, and to do that, we have to go to comp T and interface fast Ethernet, and it was 10. And we need to issue the no. It was going to be, the command is like right up here somewhere. IP access group in. So we can just copy this, right? And we're just going to negate that with the no command. So let's do this and space and paste, and that should be taken care of. All right, remove the numbered extended ACL you just configured from the interface. Done. 8. Configure and apply a named extended ACL on R1 as follows. Okay, so we want to permit Telnet from PC1 to R2. Okay, right, and then we want a Telnet to R2 must be denied for all other PCs in the network. Okay. We want to permit ping from PC2 to R2. So we'll want it to be able to ping, but not Telnet. And then ping must be denied for all other PCs in the network. So only PC2 can ping. And then all other connectivity must be maintained. Okay, so we're just kind of doing the same thing with another approach. So we know this is already blocked because of the ACL we configured. We need to configure and apply namebase. So, okay, permit Telnet from PC1 to R2, and then Telnet denied for all other. So we're going to work on interface fast Ethernet 10. So let's get started there, and conf T. So we need to start with IP access list extended for fast Ethernet 10 in. Oh, what did I do wrong there? Do I need to do that? No. Let me see something. Let's do this. Oh, let me go back to the end there. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Okay, let's do this. Let's do the question mark. So we have access list extended, and then the name. F10 in. Is it that way? There we go. I had left a space in between, I think is what the problem was. It wants it all together for some reason. I don't know why. I guess just because it's a name, F10 in. And then what are we doing now? So we got a permit. We have to allow Telnet from 10.0.1.10. So let's do that. So permit and then TCP from the host 10.0.1.10 to the host at 10.0.0.2, which is the router. And we're permitting Telnet. Okay. And now we need to deny Telnet for everything else. So we're going to do the command deny and then TCP. And we're going to deny from everything over there. 10.0.1.0 with a 0.0.0.255 to host 10.0.0.2, and we want to block the telnet. We're denying telnet. Okay, so that should take care of that. Permit ping from PC2 to R2. Okay, so we want to permit and ICMP. And what was the next thing? Oh, we need the host of 10.0.1.11. So 10.0.1.11 to host 10.0.0.2, right? And then our options are echo. So that's ping, echo. Okay, so that should be done. Permitted ping from PC2 to R2. And ping to R2 must be denied for all other PCs in the network. Okay, so now we need to do kind of this same line, but deny. So we're going to do deny ICMP, and for the network 10.0.1.0. and with a wildcard of 0.0.0.255. So anything on that network going to host 10.0.0.2, and again it's echo because it's ping that we're working with. Okay, and that should take care of ping being denied for all other PCs in the network. All other connectivity must be maintained. So we have to now we have to offset that. I think it's called an implicit deny any or whatever it is. We have to go in here and do a permit, and then it's IP, right? Any internet protocol, and any and any, from any to any, basically is what that is, I believe. All right. And then we have to apply it to the interface, and we're working on, what were we working on? 1.0, right? Yeah. So end interface fast Ethernet. Oh, IP interface fast Ethernet 1.0, and then to apply it to the interface, it's IP access group F10 in. We got to do the, oh, do I have to name it all? Let me see. Word. So I think I have to make these all, I think I did it this way. Because I think I did it up here. I think that's, yeah, F10 in. Okay. And that should be that part. That should maintain connectivity for other traffic. So test that traffic is secured exactly as required. Verify that PC1 cannot ping R2. So PC1, can it ping R2? And it was 10.0.0.2 for R2. Yep. And destination host unreachable, good. And now we want to telnet to 10.0.0.2. And sure enough, there it is. Flackbox. Okay, we're going to exit out. So we confirmed that PC1 cannot ping R2, but it can telnet to it. Now we're going to check to see if PC2 can ping R2, but not telnet to it. So PC2 should be able to ping 10.0.0.2. Oh, I did the wrong command. Sorry about that. Let's see. I forget if it's control. Oh, well, it timed out. So we want to ping 10.0.0.2, although we now know that it won't, you can't telnet to it. I just did them backwards. And we got a ping. So we can ping R2 from PC2, but not telnet to it. That's done. PC3 cannot ping or telnet to R2. Okay. So let's try that. So let's try pinging 10.0.0.2. And it says destination host unreachable. And let's try telnetting into 10.0.0.2. And I'm going to fast forward in time in Packet Tracer with this little button. And we'll see connection timed out, remote host not responding. That's correct. And then we need to confirm the PCs can all ping each other. So let's try pinging. Go down here. And we're going to ping 10.0.1.11, which is PC2. And we're going to ping 10.0.2.10. And we have a response, so that's good. And just for good measure, I'll go the other direction. Not that I don't think it matters, because it's coming both ways anyway. But we're going to ping 10.0.1.10. And we have a reply. And that's the end of it. So that's the end of that lab. That was number 19, ACL configuration from the Flackbox free download. And we'll see you in the next video.